Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So, currently here in Hanoi with my buddy Todd. Get you on the camera. Say hello, Todd.
What's up?
Alright, so this is our table. So we're currently at Fika Cafe, which is a coffee shop me and Cindy discovered maybe 2 years ago. Still around, which is actually pretty good by Vietnamese standards. Really nice, kind of like Scandinavian feel, good designs and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make a quick video with you guys, sharing with you what I brought with my trip. So for the backpack, the Think Tank Perception Pro. And for this trip, I tried to pack as light as possible. And we all know it's like packing light with me and Todd. It's kind of like this silly game where it's like we could see who could out light the other. But I actually really did discover that the art of traveling light is really beautiful because the less exhaustion you have, the more you could walk and shoot, and you can explore more. And I think we tend to over-optimize in terms of bringing too much shit with us because we're just scared that something bad might happen. So I mean, in terms of like the essentials, so I have a MacBook Pro 13-inch touch bar. Pro tip, I actually bought it refurbished in the online Apple store. So if you just Google refurbished Apple, I saved like $1,000 on it. And it's been pretty good in terms of just like, you know, quickly doing some work and stuff like that. But honestly, I think next time, I actually might not even bring my laptop. So like the other day, I spent the whole day walking around Hanoi, and I didn't even bring my backpack along, and I was actually a lot happier and actually more productive. And currently have my Ricoh GR version 2, even though this thing is busted. I got the Air Kim neck strap, which makes it super easy for me to walk around all day. Wear my all black everything, black merino wool. That's where it's at. Shout out to outlier.nyc. And also my buddy Kevin for hooking it up. So I actually want to tell you my new discovery. Okay, so I think this is actually the new biggest life hack is people don't understand. The best way to be productive is to have 2 phones. So in Asia, it's actually super interesting that it's pretty common for most people to have 2 phones. And I was thinking in America, we got so much money, we're always buying devices. But I think what we're always trying to do is upgrade our one device to be the newest blah, 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 whatever. But I've actually been experimenting. Having 2 devices or having 2 phones is like the ultimate productivity hack because you get one that's like an iPhone, you get one that's Android. So it becomes not even this discussion of whether Android is better than iPhone or iPhone's better. You just like kind of have both. So you kind of get best of both worlds. Like I wouldn't want to only eat Japanese food for the rest of my life. I also want Vietnamese food. Similarly, I wouldn't only want like ketchup for the rest of my life. I want mustard too. And another cool life hack that I discovered is, so this is actually an old iPhone 6S, and it's a 6S Plus. And my friend, he gave it to me. It was all busted screen, busted home button. Battery lasted like 5 seconds, 100% charge. You turn it on, 5 seconds later it goes down to 0. And so I went to one of the street places to get the iPhone fixed, got a new screen, new button, new battery for only like $100. And it feels like a brand new phone, so it's like super fast. I've actually been really enjoying it to use it to look at photographs. Even I'm using this new app here called the Kala app. So it's kind of like this hipster retro photo app, which is pretty cool that simulates the look of film. I've been using iBooks on it to read books. I've actually been using also IE Writer to write blog posts. So to me, I almost treat it like a mini iPad at this point, like a mini tablet. And even like having 2 phones, you're just crazy productive because there's a lot of apps that are accessible on the iPhone that aren't accessible on the Android and vice versa. And actually using Google Maps and other Google products tends to work better on Android anyways. So maybe like I would give a tip. If you wanted to travel light, just bring 2 phones instead. So either get a used refurbished like iPhone SE. You get the Apple Store right now online for $250. Get a used Google Pixel 2 or a refurbished Pixel 3 and use it to travel super light. And yeah, just been shooting with a Ricoh GR version 2. Haven't had the chance to test out the version 3 yet, but I would really recommend try to optimize your trip for uber lightness. Also with clothing, merino wool. Just pack 2 of everything. So 2 black merino wool socks, 2 black merino wool shirts. I'm actually a big fan of the sexy black merino wool leggings. And I just pair it with like athletic shorts. So it's just like the easiest way for me to walk around all day with a minimum fatigue as possible. And just realize that when possible, it's always best to optimize for lightness, not to optimize for the most powerful or the best functioning devices. And yeah, during the trip you could think lightly, shoot lightly, be lighter and freer and happier. more productive, and use photography and traveling as a way to philosophize on life, right? Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and then make sure to check out my buddy Todd Hata at TODDHATA. More stuff to come from Hanoi.